Wow. 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 We do get sun, see? We do get sun. Somebody said I never get any sun here. Ha! Take that. We do get sun. I think that's what that's called. Is that what the sky looks like? It's been quite a while since I've seen it. I've heard about it in stories, so. Wonder what that is. What is that? It's vaguely familiar to me. Vaguely familiar. Oh, it's a mountain.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. Stay straight, come on. If you have something to drink or something like that, you're all over the place. Don't be drinking before you watch my videos. It's just not polite to be drunk just to be able to stand what I'm going to say. Okay, so stand still for a second. So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to increase upper back size. Now in the live chat that I do every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, somebody asked me about how to increase their upper back size, like say their traps and stuff, because they notice that bent over rows are a great exercise, but they're noticing that their traps are lagging behind. So those are the muscles between the shoulder blades along with the upper neck muscles, right? So I gave some genius advice on this subject and I wanted to share it with you in a video. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. So the advice I gave is to do something like rack deadlifts. If you're doing rack deadlifts, of course, that's different than doing deadlifts on the floor because your weak link in exercise is going to be different. Your lower back is not going to hit failure as fast, and you're going to be able to use some heavier weight in order to be able to hit those upper traps. Now, I don't do rack deadlifts myself because I never found the need to do them, but this is why a lot of professional bodybuilders use the rack deadlift in order to hit those upper traps and hit that upper back. It just stands to reason, right? Those muscles then get challenged where they normally don't get challenged enough when you're going from the floor because your lower back is hitting failure long before your upper back can hit failure. So it only makes sense you want to overload a different muscle group in order to get results in that muscle group.
One for the money, two for the show, three to get ready and four to go indeed. Ooh, blue suede shoes.
I seriously did not even think about the fact that these are blue suede, and then I just kind of channeled that song. That's hilarious. Man, I'm a genius. Now, some people, they get a lot of upper trap development from deadlifts on the floor. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen, but if you're noticing that it's not happening, and perhaps you have been deadlifting from the floor and you're not getting that type of result, then you may need to change the range of motion or change the type of exercise you're using. Now, another thing to look at is when you're doing bent over rows and you're getting some lat development, really look and see if you're trying to squeeze too high at the top. Maybe you're trying to squeeze with the elbows too much so at the top of the movement, and because of this, your rear delts might also be hitting failure long before your traps do. So you got to remember, when you're doing trap work, all it is a retraction of the shoulders, right? It's forward and then retraction. So if you're not retracting the shoulders enough because you're too busy rotating around, you're not going to be hitting those traps. And that's extremely important if you want to get more trap development. So you can use heavier weight if you use an efficient range of motion, like I show you in bent over rows. I do bent over rows all the time, and people say, oh yeah, you're not coming up far enough, or you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Well, the reason why I'm doing the movement the way I'm doing it is because I'm trying to get the back to hit failure first and foremost, not the rear delts, not the biceps, and therefore my back is one of my best body parts. That's really how that happened. Pay attention to where are you hitting failure, and if you're hitting failure in somewhere else besides the traps and besides the overall back when you're doing bent over rows, then perhaps there's an adjustment that needs to happen. Now, another thing you can do is switch from barbell bent over row to dumbbell bent over row. Dumbbell bent over rows do hit the trap a little bit more. I've found that I do hit a lot more of the muscles that are responsible for retracting the shoulder blades together during the dumbbell bent over row. And also the dumbbell bent over row is a lot easier on the lower back. And some idiot in the background does not know how to work their alarm, and it's just annoying. Okay, now it stops. I think he lives in the garbage can. He came right out of there. Seriously, he was in the garbage can. So compound lifts aside, if you want to hit those upper traps or mid traps or rhomboids, those muscles in between the shoulder blades, another thing you can do is also think about isolations, such as the face pull, which is with the rope, right? Make sure you're not using like some sort of elastic band or whatever, because if it snaps, it hits you in the eye. Somebody talked about that. Yeah, that's kind of a danger to watch out for. But doing the rope pull like this is going to work external rotation in the shoulders, as well as you're going to be hitting that trap, because a lot of times this really accentuates the rolling forward of the shoulders, which helps stretch the trap, and then the retraction of the shoulders, which helps contract the trap. So face pulls are great. And another example of this is the bent over lateral raise with external rotation. And this I find works the traps really, really well. So try those exercises as well, and you may find that you start to blast through this trap plateau. So I hope these tips helped you in your natural bodybuilding progress. If you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks a lot to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. And mountain. I still can't believe that shit that's blue. What is that blue shit up there? That's weird. Look at this. What is that? What's that ball of fire in the sky over there? I don't even know what that is. Ball of fire. Strange.
Gallant!